right, so tomorrow night, local authors are coming together in Oceanside for a chance to share their stories. And this morning, author Amy Forsythe is sharing the stories of our local heroes. She joins us live now. Good morning to you, Amy. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about this event, what people can expect there. And we know you served in Fallujah, Iraq, so thank you for your service here. We're going to be honoring some heroes that are right here in our own backyard, right? Can you tell us about that?
Well, we are, I'm participating in the Oceanside Thursday night market where they're hosting Authors Night. It's a once a year event where local authors will be gathering and meeting with people, signing books, taking photos with people. And it's just a great community event at the Oceanside Thursday night market that happens every Thursday night from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock downtown Oceanside. But this particular week, tomorrow night, is going to be a special event where local authors are invited, and I'm one of them, and I'll be showcasing my book called Heroes Live Here. And it's something I put together over the past year where I've collected a lot of my own photos, and I've collated photos from Marines and other service members that I served with over the past 20 years. But a lot of people don't know really about Camp Pendleton, and so I'm sharing all of the monuments and tributes that have been placed on Camp Pendleton over the past 20 years to honor those that served in Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom.
Yeah, we're very fortunate to live in a military town, right? So many great military stories here, but those stories need to be not only told, but they need to be heard by everyone in San Diego County, right?
They do, and I feel like Camp Pendleton, if you don't have base access, you might not be able to go on base.
Right.
And so bringing those stories and those images and vignettes and background about some beautiful monuments that have gone up on Camp Pendleton over the past 20 years. And if you don't have base access, you won't be able to see those firsthand. So what I've done is I've put them all together in a book called Heroes Live Here, a tribute to Camp Pendleton Marines since 9/11, and just some wonderful stories of people that I've served with, and some other Marines that have provided their reflections and the importance that Camp Pendleton plays in our community as the Marine Corps' premier training base, that it provides that open space, 17 miles of coastline to train on. And often our North County community hears the booms and
Right.
the aircraft going overhead, but they don't ever really know what's going on Camp Pendleton. And so it's a special place. I was stationed there when I was serving on active duty at Camp Pendleton. And now I've come back to the region after living overseas, and I noticed that there's a lot of memorials, and people may not know just how important and significant that they are.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you is what changed since your time there? Has it gotten bigger? Has it changed? Different military operations? I mean, what could you share with us as far as that's concerned?
Well, the good news is that the Marine Corps is still training there for any contingency, and that's what I love about it. It's that it's one of the West Coast's premier training bases. The Marine Corps is training for any contingency that they might need. But over the past 20 years, Marines from Camp Pendleton have deployed to places like Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, all over the Pacific, and that rotation continues. And so it's great to know that the training is continuing and the Marines are ready for any contingency that our nation may need. But over the past 20 years specifically, that Camp Pendleton has been home base to so many of those deployments where Marines have left and deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan and not come home, sadly. And so when they step off from their training base, it feels like they're home. They live here and their families live here. And if they are killed in combat overseas, that the surrounding communities of Oceanside, San Clemente, Dana Point, Temecula, even Marietta, Carlsbad, all of those communities have surrounded and rallied around the families left behind and supported our fallen warriors and their families, and even a very strong veteran community. And so my book, Heroes Live Here, is just a really nice tribute. And I've put together some of my favorite photos of Marines that have fallen. A Marine named Major Megan McClung, who I served with, but she was killed in Iraq in 2006. When we came home from deployment, we had to do something to honor her memory. So we etched out a very large
Wow.
rock and we put it up onto a hill on Camp Pendleton at an undisclosed location. And so whenever I am on base and I can go up there and see the rock with her name etched on it,
Yeah.
it's just a nice reflection place, and it's a way that we can honor those fallen and share with the new generation of Marines
That's
that are
right.
coming up behind us that we don't forget those that we lost in Iraq and Afghanistan and those serving around the world. And so Camp Pendleton is home to many of these new memorials that are reflection pieces of the past 20 years. And so for the new generation coming up and for those families who might want to come back to Camp Pendleton as their last known duty station,
Yeah.
it's a nice way to remember those
That's
folks.
great. Yeah, those are the stories we want to hear that need to be told. So I'm glad that's happening. Remind us tomorrow night where we need to be.
Oceanside Thursday night market, downtown Oceanside, right 2 blocks up from the beach on off Mission Avenue from 5 to 8. It's authors night, and we'll be out there
Awesome.
meeting with people, taking photos, signing books, and enjoying the community. So join us tomorrow night at Oceanside Thursday night market. And of course, you can get Heroes Live Here at heroeslivehere.com and check out some of those photos and wonderful tributes to our Marines that we have lost in Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom over the past 20 years. And we have reflections of them on Camp Pendleton.
Quite the book, that's for sure. Amy, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.